Yo, welcome back to another video, man. You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Leroy, and welcome back to another video. And if you new, y'all gotta make me a deal. Y'all gotta cut me a deal. If y'all enjoyed this video, and if you watch it all the way through, or at least watch 5 minutes of it, man, you gotta drop a sub, bro. You gotta sub. But today I hope y'all straight, man. This is probably the second upload today, man. So I'm trying to work for y'all. You already know. But right now we finna watch how NBA players got their jersey number. This should be interesting, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause sometimes I lie. I ain't gonna lie. I was about to say sometimes I be wondering how they get their jersey number, but I really don't though. I really don't. It's their personal preference. But anyways, man, let's get into it.
Think NBA players choose their jersey numbers randomly, but there's secrets behind how players got them. Like one player got his number because he was bullied into it. Another player chose a number after the biggest tragedy of his life. But one of the weirdest ways a player got his number is Klay Thompson's, because he didn't even choose his number. It chose him. And the story behind it started with how Klay grew up. As a kid, Klay lived in the 11th house on the 11th lane. And not only that, the K in his name is the 11th letter of the alphabet.
Talk
and
about
he always thought
bro.
these 11s were just a coincidence. But everything changed in 2011.
It seemed like he heard me, didn't it?
This was the year Klay's dreams had a chance to become reality at the NBA draft. And one by one, the picks came in.
With the first pick in the 2011 NBA draft, Kyrie Irving. With the second pick, with the third pick, fourth, fifth, with the sixth, seventh, with the eighth pick, the ninth pick, 10th pick, with the 11th.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Draft, the Golden State
That's
Warriors
crazy.
select Klay Thompson from Washington State University.
The 11th pick in the 2011 draft is how Klay made his way into the NBA.
11 just gonna stick with him, bro. And is two of the same numbers or same digits, bro. Oh, that's a sign for sure. Just 11 is greatness for him, basically.
So cause the number 11 was everywhere in his life, he instantly knew what jersey number he had to pick. 11. And once he started wearing it, helped him make history. During his most iconic game, he scored 60 points, and it happened on just 11 dribbles. Then in 2022, 11 years after he chose the number 11, Klay won a championship, so it's still following him.
I think 11 is just my life number. It just continues to follow me.
Picking that number, or the number picking him, worked out big time.
And it's not just a number, like he's really doing like successful stuff with that number. It's so great. That's so wild. I wonder what my number is. No, I'm just kidding. My number 44,
John
man.
Morant picked almost had him beefing with an entire country.
What's your favorite number? Y'all comment down below.
The number 12, and he became such a star player while doing it in high school and college that at both schools he got the number retired. So he had to carry his tradition of bringing the number into the NBA.
That's hard.
But the night Ja got drafted, he realized there was a problem. Yeah, he was selected with the number 2 pick by the Grizzlies.
Oh, this guy, there was one player, this guy, he had the number already, but he gave it to Ja. He gifted it to Ja.
Someone on the team not only already had his favorite number, it was one of the highest selling jerseys in the entire NBA. Yuta Watanabe. This might seem like just a random player, but he's one of the only Japanese players in the entire league. So his jersey outsold all of the top stars and made it the most popular jersey in all of Japan.
What?
So even though Ja wanted the number, for Watanabe to just change his jersey because of the new kid had potential to upset an entire country. But luckily he knew Ja had potential to become a star, so they had a conversation with the country. But luckily he knew Ja had potential.
He got glass eyes. Look. What's wrong with his eyes, bro? I'm not tripping.
To become a star. So they had a conversation, and Ja admitted, first it was just him congratulating me on everything. Then we got into the number talk. I just told him I didn't want to mess anything up for him. He was like, oh, nah, it's okay. And if you want number 12, you can get it.
W-Mans, Ja was gonna get into that. He was about to be like, yeah, hey, you should just slide me that number. But bro, imagine if he never got number 12 though. What number would you think he'd be in right now? And it looked super weird. It definitely looked weird.
So after that,
he wasn't
Ja
at
got
number
his
12.
favorite number, and not only has it helped him destroy the NBA, now he can make posts like this. Damn, Ja, that's probably gonna cost you some fans. But one player wanted a jersey number so badly, it cost him a 6-figure shopping spree. Who else but LaMelo Ball? There's always been one number near and dear to LaMelo's heart. Literally, dude got it tatted on his chest. To LaMelo, the number 1 was his everything. I mean, he wore it in high school and when he played overseas. And when LaMelo got drafted to the Hornets, he thought life was good. But his life was not gonna turn out easy.
Oh, Malik Monk had number 1.
LaMelo's future teammate, Malik Monk, already had the number 1.
That's why he
wasn't
didn't
gonna give it up for anything. So LaMelo was forced to wear a number he'd never worn before. And ironically, it was the exact same number as his brother Lonzo.
I was wondering why he went to number 2.
Lonzo wasn't really feeling his bro copying him, so he even tweeted trying to convince Malik to change, saying, "Ayo Monk, what's good? You know you want to be number 5. But Malik still wasn't having it. The season came around, LaMelo wore his new number, and even though he was going off, he couldn't help but keep posting about the number he actually wanted. On Instagram, he was wishing for it on his birthday. Reports came out that every day, LaMelo was fighting for...
People really be beefing over their numbers as grown men still. I don't know why I'm talking, because I'll probably beef over my number 2. Cause it's like, bro, it feel like your whole like vibe is thrown off. You wanna look good, play good, feel good, right? Imagine your number thrown off. I had to play with a number that was completely not my number because I couldn't pick, and my game was thrown off. That was probably one of my worst seasons too. But once I got that 44 back on my back, man, I was going crazy. Kid you not.
for his jersey number to change. And during interviews, LaMelo started being asked why he cared so much about the number.
I ain't supposed to wear 2 ever again in my life. It just don't feel like you playing for real. It's like, I don't know who this is. I don't know who number 2 is. I know my brother, that's it.
I swear I be talking in existence, bro. I literally feel for this dude though, bro. Even though I was just trolling.
LaMelo hated the fact he had the number 2, man. So as a way to try and convince the world that he was the real number 1, before he could even put the number on his back, he spent a check on his neck. LaMelo bought not 1, not 2, not even 3, but countless chains of the number 1, just so every time cameras caught him, everybody would know how badly he wanted the number. But it wasn't until one final interview that made the Hornets realize something needed to be done.
Really, whenever I'm number 2, I don't feel like I'm playing for real. So.
And finally, the Hornets realized just how much number 1 meant to him. So during free agency, when Malik Monk's contract was up, they let him go sign with another team just so the number 1 became available.
Wow.
Well, LaMelo was...
They traded, or they sent him away just because they wanted bro to get number 1? Nah, that's crazy. Can't lie. And maybe it's because he's like a friend or a franchise dude for that team or whatever, bro, but that's kind of too extreme, though. You traded your whole talent. Well, I don't know if you talent for them, the talent that they're looking for, or whatever. But trading a whole player just because of number.
Hyped that his antics actually worked. So it wasn't long before he revealed the surprise on Instagram. And at Media Day, he looked happier than ever.
MB1 back in a full effect.
And once he put it on, he's been balling out ever since. But at least he chose his number. Dang. Another player was bullied into it.
Bro.
How Zach LaVine got his jersey number is something nobody would expect from an NBA player. I mean, on court, he's always been fearless. Whether it's up to him to win the game with a crazy
winner
shot, or risking injuries just to throw down a crazy dunk.
Bullet pass. Excuse me.
No matter what he's doing, you always see him repping the number 8 while playing like the number 8 that he idolized growing up, Kobe Bryant.
I just, you know, he was the reason why I partly wear number 8. Why would I want to change that? Just because, you know, he's gone now. You know, you want to keep that memory alive.
But like Zach said, he only partly wears his idol's number to make sure anybody who sees him play is also remembering Kobe. The main reason Zach got the number in the first place is low-key embarrassing. See, when Zach first got drafted, he wanted to wear a number that would rep the most important person in his life, his dad. Because who better to show love to than the one man who put Zach through crazy workouts and helped him get to the league in the first place? And since Zach's dad used to be an athlete who wore the number 14, it was exactly what Zach wanted, but couldn't have. All because his teammate Nikola Pekovic scared him to death.
When I came into the NBA, Pekovic had number 14. For those who know him, he was a big human, so I didn't feel like asking for that number, so I reverted to 8.
Now, all right, I get it. I'd be scared of a player who violates grown men too. So Zach ain't alone, but at least he didn't choose his jersey number.
But how do you get bullied if he didn't ask?
It banned, like LeBron James did. The mystery of LeBron's numbers started in high school, because he wasn't the typical teenager. He looked like a grown man going up against kids and became one of the greatest high school basketball players in history. So before he stepped on an NBA court or even graduated, fans worldwide already started calling LeBron the chosen one to become the next Michael Jordan. And ironically, Jordan is why LeBron wore the number 23.
Makes sense.
I wear number 23 because of the great Michael Jordan that's here in Charlotte.
Makes sense, bro.
Now, at first, LeBron felt no shame in copying his idol. So once he got drafted by the Cavs, of course he snatched the number 23. And through the years, even though LeBron was accomplishing greatness all while wearing his favorite number, eventually something didn't feel right. And one night after a game, he made a shocking announcement.
I think I'm gonna change my number next year. I think no guy in the NBA should ever wear 23.
But nobody listened except LeBron. And the next season when he...
Yeah, no, count my words, bro. Or, come on. Remember this, at least, bro. The number 23 is going to be retired all throughout the league once Michael Jordan is gone. Just like Bill Russell. Bill Russell jersey number is gone after this year, right? It's number 6. 23 is going to be gone too. Trust me. Trust me. Come back to this clip when that happened.
He switched teams to the Heat.
Come back to it.
He chose the number 6.
I saw
At first, LeBron claimed he chose the number because it's what he wore in the Olympics.
Probably 6, my Olympic number.
Then, he said he chose 6 to rep another one of his idols, Julius Erving. But we all know how LeBron's always capping. And now in 2022 on the Lakers, magically the story of why he wears 6 is completely different.
It's multiple reasons. One, because 23 is one of my favorite numbers as well. So, 2 times 3 is 6. Also,
he just be making stuff up, bro. Like,
my first son is October 6th, the 6th day of October, and my youngest son is June 14th, the 6th month of the year. So,
wow, LeBron, thank you so much for explaining 2 times 3
he be
equals
lying.
6. I never would have known. But whether LeBron's lying or not, he was just trying to do the right thing with his numbers. The story of Kevin Garnett's jersey number is heartbreaking.
Yeah, let's hear
his
this.
NBA career had a wild beginning. After spending his childhood idolizing basketball star Malik Sealy, Garnett got drafted to the NBA and felt it was only right to honor him with one of his jersey numbers. Garnett put on the number 21, which was what Malik wore in college. And while Garnett wore it, he spent his first seasons in the NBA becoming a star, till he eventually caught the attention of Malik. And Malik was so impressed with the player Garnett was becoming while wearing his number, that he vowed to come team up with the kid. Now being teammates, it quickly became more than that, because they started doing everything together. Once his idol, now his teammate and best friend, all of Garnett's dreams were coming true.
So how
just when it seemed like their friendship couldn't get any better, Malik threw Garnett a surprise birthday party for him and all of his friends and family to celebrate. Garnett was feeling on top of the world and felt like nothing could go wrong. Until, after the party, Malik hopped in his Range Rover and started making his way home. But once he got on the freeway...
Timberwolves guard, NBA veteran Malik Sealy died as a result of a head-on car collision in suburban Minneapolis. His sports utility vehicle was hit by a pickup truck which was going the wrong way on a highway.
What?
The situation had the NBA world shook. So at the very next Timberwolves game, the organization dedicated it all to Malik. But nobody was more affected by the tragedy than
Sealy,
Garnett.
man.
Because not only had he just...
Imagine your idol in the NBA, you grab his number in high school because you're inspired by him so much, and you trying to chase your dream. Then your dream comes up. You in the NBA now. You got the same number as your idol, and he's still in the league. Then your person that you inspired by want to hop on a team because you on there and you represented his number. Then y'all become homies, bro. Y'all become super cool, going out to parties, congratulating each other on their birthdays and stuff like that, reaching out to each other. Best friends. Then all that erased because he gets taken away by a truck that hits him in the wrong, because the truck is going in the wrong direction. He's not even supposed to be on the highway. Man, that's sad, bro. And it seemed like he was just with the dude before he died. Man, R.I.P. Silly, man. I never knew this story.
Lost his best friend on the day the two had a vacation planned. Garnett was instead attending Malik's funeral, so we didn't think he'd ever get over this.
Then they had a vacation plan, couldn't even go to the vacation, had to go to his funeral instead.
Always be sitting next to Malik's locker, and he wouldn't be there. But then Garnett remembered what Malik always told him. At that moment, Garnett realized he didn't even want to play basketball for himself anymore. He wanted to do it all for Malik. Garnett paid tribute to him wearing 2 Malik and the inside of the tongue of his signature shoes. He even got a Malik tattoo on his right arm so that he'd never forget it. Garnett began training unlike any way he'd ever trained. He played unlike any way he'd ever played, and dedicated the rest of his career to becoming the greatest player he could be. And eventually, that led him to becoming an MVP of the league and one of the greatest power forwards in NBA history, all for Malik.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
I'm just glad there's still some good players in the NBA.
I know y'all remember that meme.
Because instead of dedicating their careers to good causes,
man, that sucks,
some NBA players dedicate their entire careers to humiliate. One player even framed someone's embarrassing moment.
That last one hit different, can't lie. But besides that, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, because I sure did. I learned a few things and stuff like that. A lot of coincidences, a lot of good moments and a lot of bads in here. But I hope y'all tune back into me, man, for some next videos. You know what I'm saying? And I hope y'all ended up keeping y'all promise to me, man. If y'all stayed at least for 5 minutes, y'all gotta subscribe to the kid, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, turn on the post notifications. Tell your mama, your auntie, your OG to come support the kid. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna catch y'all boys next time, boys and girls next time, because sometimes I be missing out on the girls and y'all probably be wigging. But yeah, man, it's your boy Leroy. He out. Peace. Y'all have a good day, man.